The Perks of Being a Wallflower, page 63. February 9th, 1992. Dear friend, I have to say something about my last letter. I know that Sam would never ask me to the dance. I know that she would bring Craig, and if not Craig, then Patrick, since Brad's girlfriend Nancy is going with Brad. I think Mary Elizabeth is really smart and a pretty person, and I'm glad she is my first date ever. But after I said yes and Mary Elizabeth announced it to the group, I wanted Sam to be jealous. I know it's wrong, but I wanted something like that. I really did. Sam wasn't jealous, though. To tell you the truth, I don't think she could have been happier about it, which was hard. She even told me how to treat a girl on a date, which was very interesting. She said that with a girl like Mary Elizabeth, you shouldn't tell her she looks pretty. You should tell her how nice her outfit is, because her outfit is her choice, whereas her face isn't. She also said that with some girls, you should do things like open car doors and buy flowers, but that with Mary Elizabeth, especially since it's the Sadie Hawkins dance, I shouldn't do that. So I asked her what I should do, and she said that I should ask a lot of questions and not mind when Mary Elizabeth doesn't stop talking. I said that didn't sound very democratic, but Sam said she does it all the time with boys. Sam did say sex things were tricky with Mary Elizabeth because she's had boyfriends before and is a lot more experienced than I am. She said that the best thing to do when you don't know what you're doing during anything sexual is to pay attention how that person is kissing you and then kiss them back the same way. She says that it's very sensitive, and I certainly want to be that. So I said, "Can you show me?" And she said, "Don't be smart." We talk to each other like that every now and then, and it always makes her laugh. After Sam showed me a Zippo lighter trick, I asked her more about Mary Elizabeth. What if I don't really want to do anything sexual with her? Just say you're not ready. Does that work? Sometimes. I wanted to ask Sam about the other side of sometimes, but I didn't want it to be too personal, and I didn't want to know deep down. I wish I could stop being in love with Sam, I really do. Love always, Charlie. February 15th. I don't feel very well because everything is messy. I did go to the dance, and I did tell Mary Elizabeth how nice her outfit was. I did ask her questions, and I did let her talk the whole time. I learned a lot about objectification, Native Americans, and the bourgeoisie. But most of all, I learned about Mary Elizabeth. Mary Elizabeth wants to go to Berkeley and get 2 degrees, one for political science, the other for sociology with a minor concentration in women's studies. Mary Elizabeth hates high school and wants to explore lesbian relationships. I asked her if she thought girls were pretty, and she looked at me like I was stupid and said, "That's not the point." Mary Elizabeth's favorite movie is Red. Her favorite book is an autobiography of a woman who's a character in Reds. I can't remember her name. Mary Elizabeth's favorite color is green. Her favorite season is spring. Her favorite ice cream flavor, she said she refuses to eat low-fat yogurt on principle alone, is Cherry Garcia. Her favorite food is pizza, half mushrooms, half green peppers. Mary Elizabeth is a vegetarian and she hates her parents. She's also fluent in Spanish. The only thing she asked me the whole time was whether or not I wanted to kiss her goodnight. When I said that I wasn't ready, she said she understood and told me what a great time she had. She said I was the most sensitive boy she'd ever met, which I didn't understand because really all I did was not interrupt her. Then she asked me if I wanted to go out sometime, again, which Sam and I hadn't discussed, so I wasn't prepared to answer it. I said yes, because I didn't want to do anything wrong, but I don't think I can think of another whole night's worth of questions. I don't know what to do. How many dates can you go on and still not be ready to kiss? I don't think I'll be ever ready for Mary Elizabeth. I'll have to ask Sam about this. Incidentally, Sam took Patrick to the dance after Craig said he was too busy. I guess they had a big fight about it. Finally, Craig said he didn't want to go to some stupid high school dance since he'd already graduated. At one point in the dance, Patrick went to the parking lot to get stoned with his guidance counselor, and Mary Elizabeth was requesting that the DJ play some girl band, which left Sam and me alone. "Are you having a good time?" Sam didn't answer right away. She just kind of looked sad. "Not really, are you?" "I don't know. This is my first date, so I don't know what to compare it to." "Don't worry. You'll do fine." "Really? You want some punch?" "Sure." With that, Sam left. She really did look sad, and I wish I could have made her feel better, but sometimes I guess you just can't. So I stood alone by the wall, and I watched the dance for a while. I would describe it to you, but I think it's the kind of thing where you have to be there at least to know the people. But then again, maybe you knew the same people when you went to your high school dances, if you know what I mean. The one different thing about this dance was my sister. She was with her boyfriend, and during a slow song, it looked like they had a huge fight because he stopped looking at her and rushed off the dance floor to where the bathrooms are. I tried to follow her, but she had too much of a head start. She never came back to the dance, and her boyfriend eventually left. After Mary Elizabeth dropped me off, I went into the house and I found my sister crying in the basement. This was a different kind of crying, and it frightened me. I talked very quiet and slow. "Are you okay?" "Leave me alone, Charlie." "No, really, what's wrong?" "You wouldn't understand." "I could try." "That's a laugh. That's really a laugh." "Do you want me to wake up Mom and Dad then?" "No!" "Well, maybe they could." "Charlie, just shut up, okay? Just shut up." That's when she really started crying. I didn't want to make her feel worse, so I turned to leave her alone. That's when my sister started hugging me. She didn't say anything, she just hugged me tight and she wouldn't let go, so I hugged her back. It was weird too because I never hugged my sister, not when she wasn't forced to anyway. After a while she calmed down a bit and let go, and she took a deep breath and she brushed the hair that was sticking to her face. That's when she told me she was pregnant. I would tell you the rest of the night, but I honestly don't remember much about it. It's all very sad days. I do know that her boyfriend said it wasn't his baby, but my sister knew that it was. And I do know that he broke up with her right there at the dance. My sister hasn't told anybody else about it because she doesn't want it to get around. The only people who know are me, her, and him. And I'm not allowed to tell anyone we know. Not anyone, not ever. I told my sister that after a while she probably couldn't hide it, but she said she wouldn't let it go that far. Since she was 18, she didn't need Mom or Dad's permission. All she needed was someone to be with her next Saturday at the clinic. And that person was me. It's lucky I got my license now. I said that to make her laugh, but she didn't. Love always, Charlie.